called Generic Wrestling Questions. Those of you that have seen my interviews before, so I'll ask him her favorite match, favorite pay-per-view card, such as Double or Nothing 2019, for example, favorite wrestler's entrance theme, favorite tag team, and favorite wrestler. Basically, the questions I assume you're asked at on social media or at conventions. So now you'll have a place to clip and be like, look, guys, I've watched this. Please go watch this. So what's your favorite match of all time?
My favorite match of all time. Probably because I was there live, Sasha Banks versus Bailey at NXT Brooklyn won.
Why does that one speak to you as a fan? Is it just because you were there live?
Because I was there and that was really the whole turnaround for why women's wrestling is where it is today. I was very fortunate enough to even go to Evolution, which was the first all women's pay-per-view. And I mean, look at all the kick-ass women's wrestling matches we have. Like PWI has like a women's 250 now.
Mm,
When I was in high school, it was 50. Now it's 250. So, I felt like that match means a lot to a lot of people, so I would definitely say that is my favorite match. Again, biased because I was there.
that's really, really cool. What about your favorite pay-per-view card, such as Double or Nothing 2019?
I could tell you mine is not Double or Nothing 2019. Ooh.
Oh, actually, before you do that, why is there hate with Double or Nothing 2019?
There isn't. You just talked about Double or Nothing 2019 a little too much, and I'm like, okay, maybe not that one. If I had to pick one though, I won't even say AEW. WrestleMania 35.
Why does that one speak to you as a fan?
The last one night mania. It was my first mania I went to, and all the right people won. I mean, Kofi Mania, Rollins won. We had the first women's main event, so WrestleMania 35 is my favorite pay-per-view card.
Thoughts on getting out of the stadium after the show?
I did not have a problem. I got in my car and my dad drove. We did not have an issue. Everybody else did. We did not.
That's the legacy of that show. I think the legacy of that show is just part. I believe it was Brian Zane that said this, but if it wasn't, no hate. Like I believe it was like we should call this car park mania or something along them lines, if I remember
Y-
correctly.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I didn't have an issue. Everyone else did, not me.
No, it was Subway Mania because the show went so late that all the subways had been cancelled. I believe not cancelled, but the last one of the night had
And it was raining.
gone.
Not me. I got home
Mm.
on time.
That's really, really cool. What about your favorite wrestler's entrance theme?
Um, so it's so Adam Cole probably number one. Both his NXT, his Ring of Honor, and I don't think Adam Cole's ever had a bad entrance song. His
Mm.
AEW one's good. His WWE one was good. He was one of the few that had a good WWE one. His Ring of Honor one was really good. So I would say Adam Cole is probably like top number one. Sasha Banks's WWE theme song was like my hype up song for track meets, hers
Mm.
and Bailey's. So I'd put that one up there as well. But all three of those I would say favorite.
Thoughts on her AEW theme? Because I know it can be quite controversial.
Cringy.
Okay.
100% cringy. I don't understand. Like her new Japan song was good. Like why? Why?
Fair enough. What about your favorite tag team?
There's so many good ones. Since my agency reps them, I will say FTR.
It's really, really cool. And then finally, Kim, the biggest generic question, in my opinion. Who is your favorite overall wrestler?
Seth Rollins.
Why does he speak to you as a fan?
When I was in high school, I related to him a lot. I felt like in the Shield, like you looked at Roman Reigns as kind of like the powerhouse. You looked at Dean Ambrose as kind of like the unhinged one, but Rollins was always kind of like that afterthought, dark horse type character, and I felt like that related to me a lot, especially when I was doing track. And to see he was the one that broke out and like all the success, I feel like, that's kind of my story. I broke out from track and here we are all these years later. Seth had helped me a lot through my depression and anxiety in high school, and I owe that to him. It's why I've always kind of said if I got to work with Seth on the convention scene, I'd retire the next day because nothing could ever get better than that. But Round, 100%. Someone who you could stick a title on him at any point, carry a pay-per-view, carry the company, and you'll never get a bad match out of him. and I'm kind of upset he's injured right now, and I want him back on my TV. But Seth Rollins, 100%.
That's really, really cool. And then